Hey traders, let's have a look at what the market did last night. Let's get straight into it. Do not place a trade based on what you're seeing in this video today, because trading is risky and it can cause substantial financial loss. There are so many areas you need to become good at to become a good trader. Emotional mastery, chart reading, trading systems, money and trade management. So this video is just educational only to help you become a much better trader. Alright, hey traders, we're going to have a look at the markets now. Have a quick look here. What I do see happening with the Dow Jones, this is the Dow Jones chart. I'm not really focused on my indicators right now because they're not really telling me much, and I don't really like to go on those anyway. But if we have a look at the actual price action, once again it rallied up. It had a nice sort of higher open, rallied up, came down, and it closed basically almost on its lows through there. So we are still getting, there is nothing bullish about this. And I know I've been saying this for quite some time for people who are watching me, but we're still getting these rolling over of these peaks. Is this another lower peak through here? The thing that will change the tune of this, guys, is that if we do start to break above and we rally, if we rally here and we break above that 18,400, that's going to change everything, because we're likely to start doing this then. But until then, I am staying in my positions to benefit from a market fall that I believe is just around the corner somewhere. And I believe it's going to be quite big. Big as in, like, I believe we can get down to the June lows, at least the June lows. You know, is there going to be 1987, 1937 style crash, blah, blah, blah. Who knows? No one can predict that. There's definitely a lot of alignment between those times and what's happening now, but we just got to take it sort of just one day at a time with these markets. So looking at that there, guys, the market is still rolling over. So I am still bearish in this market, meaning I still have positions to benefit from the downside. Not much has been happening ever since this market came out, but this market is still weak, so I'm still in my bearish view. I'm still in my bearish trades, should I say, to benefit from the market going down. So, what I do see, guys, is that it's just rolling over. Pretty much a nothing day with the volume as well. The S&P 500 basically a break even, so really nothing much going on there as well too. I do see this rolling over again, and as you can see, once again, guys, you can see that we are starting to get a downward channel through here, and we're getting the sort of like this double bottom through here. I actually believe this is going to roll over and knock it out, and then go down through there. And the Nasdaq actually had a bit of a gap up, so it gapped up through there, and it's really interesting to see that any time in the past, guys, that the market actually gaps, it normally fills it, apart from these ones through here. So yeah, just interesting to see that it rallied up, but it rallied back up towards this area of resistance and support. This whole bunch of area of resistance and support. You got the resistance, your resistance, and now support through here. So it's now becoming resistance. I'm expecting a rollover, and maybe even as down to as low as that coming soon. So whether that happens, as the market starts to come off, as in like whether that happens straight away like a crash, or it just comes off slowly like this, we don't know. So that's what I see happening through there. Looking at a silver and gold. Pretty much nothing days on silver and gold. Nothing really to sort of talk about here that I haven't talked about in my other videos. Same with gold as well too. We are starting to form a bit of a bottom here, and we're trying to rally up. But the way that this is looking, it looks like that it may be short-lived before sellers come back into the market once again. Looking at oil did break above the 50 level, but we're still hovering around that sort of 50 level right now. It's gonna be really, really interesting to see how this continues with that. I actually am bullish on oil, and I'm looking to get into it. So just waiting for the right time. Also, I want to talk about the US dollar and the Australian dollar. So the US dollar, we can see looking on this long-term chart, guys. This is the long-term US dollar chart. We're basically almost at that area of resistance now. I'm not sure if it's there or what, but we are at this level of support and resistance where we are right now. So I do expect to see the US dollar come down. But the one that I wanted to talk to you mainly want to focus on is the Australian dollar. And if I bring up my Australian dollar, the actual Australian dollar chart, you can actually see that I actually started looking at this a couple of days ago, and I'm like, man, this is actually quite bullish. And as you can see, right, we had this peak, we had this trough, had a lower peak, had a lower trough, ran up, created almost a what? Almost basically a double top, right? Came down. What is this here? This is a higher trough, and now it's rallying up. So who is in control of this market right now? I would say more buyers, right? So there's a lot of buyers here. So I'm expecting a lot more upside to happen in the Australian dollar. So you can see we just and the market just flows, right? We have a peak, a trough, we have a peak, we have a trough, we have a peak, a trough, a peak, and then we have another trough. So the market moves like that, and now we're actually building this nice little higher trough. This is a nice little higher trough off support as well too. This long-term support level. So really, really nice, and now it's rallying back up as well too. So lots of volume coming into it as well. So I'm actually expecting to see the Australian dollar continue to rise from here. And the last thing that I wanted to mention was Deutsche Bank. Is there something? The charts are telling me that something may be in the background. There may be. Something is telling me, and I had a gut feeling of this a couple of days ago, or the last few weeks. I think Deutsche Bank and maybe the government or something has actually come to a conclusion. Because, and the reason why I say that is because the charts are no longer weak here. They really aren't. They're no longer weak on Deutsche Bank. And now it's hard to see what's actually going on here. You can see that we actually have this run down, run back up, and you can see that this market actually had a problem staying below this level here, but it ran down, came straight back up, and now we're forming a small little higher trough. So there's a lot more buyers coming into this market right now. You can see here, market came down, small little high trough, and the market ran up. So every time it does that, the buyers are starting. The buyers are starting to come in. So Deutsche Bank is no longer looking like it wants to go back to the single digits. I know everyone keeps talking about Deutsche Bank, but the charts are telling me that something else is happening, where there's a lot more bullishness happening with Deutsche Bank now behind the scenes, and there's a lot more obviously investors that are trying to get involved with that. And the reason why I say that, guys, is look at this here. You can see that, again, just based on the charts, this is, say, ran down. That was the low point through there. That was the low point through there. That was the low point through there. And that was a low point through there. Now, look at this here. Right? What do we have? We had a breaking down through this level through here. And it came down, and it just continued going down. It didn't break past it. We had a breakdown. It continued going down. We had support, a breakdown, a continued breakdown. Then we found another support, breakdown. But look what happened here. Can you see how this is the tune where it's actually changing with Deutsche Bank? And you can use this analysis on any market. And you can see now it actually not only did it break down, but it came back up, and now we're hovering around here. So, and you can see what happened with this weekly trend line. So there's a lot more bullishness happening with Deutsche Bank, and the way that's looking, if it does hold here, then I would expect this to rally back up and out, and maybe even head back up to 16. And if 16 breaks, then I think we could get back up to the 20 mark with Deutsche Bank. So it looks like something in the background, and this is the reason why I say, guys, if you read the charts, the charts can really tell you what's actually going on. And right now the charts are telling me that it seems like in the background, seems like there's something's happening with Deutsche Bank. Where was there a deal made with Deutsche Bank? I don't know. Let me know what you think, guys. Remember, success can be yours if you go, Clement. So step up, take massive action, and face your fears today. I'm not going to BS you here. Trading is hard. Over my 10 years of trading, I've learned some amazing systems and strategies, and I've put it all in my brand new Grab the Markets by the Balls course. And I'm giving you 100% free access. This whole course is 12 videos long and almost 10 hours of the best systems and strategies that I know. Click on the image below now to get 100% free access right now.